Well, I think the evidence is pretty clear. You've got about 130,000 troops massing on the Ukrainian border. There's all sorts of other signs that show that there are serious preparations for an invasion, and we've got to respect that. We've got to realize that this is a very, very dangerous, difficult situation. We are on the edge of a precipice, but there is still time for President Putin to step back. And what we're urging is for everybody to engage in dialogue, for a conversation to take place, and for the Russians to avoid what I think everybody, certainly everybody in the UK, can see would be a disastrous mistake, disastrous for Russia.
Do you think an invasion could be hours, days away?
The signs are, as you've heard from President Biden, that they're at least planning for something that could take place as early as in the next 48 hours. That is extremely concerning, where what we need to do is make sure that President Putin understands the economic consequences, the political consequences of doing this. And I think what needs to happen is that the world needs to learn the lesson of 2014. If you remember, Russia took eastern Ukraine, they took Crimea, but we didn't really do enough to divest, to move away from dependence on Russian hydrocarbons. And what I think all European countries need to do now is, get Nord Stream out of the bloodstream, yank out that hypodermic drip feed of Russian hydrocarbons that is keeping so many European economies going. We need to find alternative sources of energy, and we need to get ready to impose some very, very severe economic consequences on Russia.
Do you agree with the Defence Secretary that there is a whiff of Munich in the air? And if so, who is trying to appease President Putin?
I think it's very important that we all stand together, and that we show a united front, particularly when it comes to economic sanctions. And the UK, as you know, has been in the lead in bringing our allies together so that there's a tough package of sanctions. But
what about appeasement? Is somebody trying to appease the president?
I think that it's very, very important that the West should stand united, and particularly that NATO should stand united. And it is. And it's been really encouraging to see the way countries have pulled together.
But you're not endorsing those comments.
What I'm saying is that it's important for the West to stand together, and I think the Defence Secretary is absolutely right to say it is very important that we've got to be strong, and we've got to be resolute, and we've got to be united.
Is there no deal with President Putin that would be preferable to war?
I think that it's very important that we have a dialogue, that we have a conversation. But Glenn, what we can't do is trade away the sovereign rights of the Ukrainian people to aspire to NATO membership. That's something that was a massive gain for our world. Remember what happened in 1990. We had a Europe whole and free. Countries could decide their own futures. We can't bargain that away. It's for the Ukrainian people.
And you've got no plans to travel to Moscow yourself?
I'm going to be doing everything I can to help the diplomatic process, and I'll be talking to various leaders, including Joe Biden, very soon.